Similarly, when my brother was born, so me and my grandparents were going to the hospital in an auto, and a bullet just passed in between. Like, there is driver, there is us, and a bullet just passed बीच में से. तो आपको 3 साल मैंडेटरी रूरल पोस्टिंग सर्व करनी होती है स्टेट बैंक में. तो मेरी पोस्टिंग थी लोनावला में, एंड ना मुझे वहाँ की भाषा समझ आती थी, ना मैं कुछ वैल्यू एड कर पाती थी. मैंने सर को बोला, इनका सर मेरी ना रूरल पोस्टिंग है, आप उसको प्लीज अर्बन कर सकते हैं क्या, कि मतलब आई एम नॉट एडिंग एनी वैल्यू देयर एंड प्लस हैव टू गेट एंगेज, सो आई नीड अ अर्बन पोस्टिंग. लाइक मैडम वो तो नहीं हो सकता. तब उनका सर फिर तो आप रेजिग्नेशन ले लो क्या करोगे. सो दैट जेंटलमैन टोल्ड मी कि हाँ मैडम दे दो रेजिग्नेशन, स्टेट बैंक की जॉब के लिए बहुत लोग खड़े होते हैं.
That's a behavior in the government sector we see many times, right?
जब आपकी शादी होती है ना सर, आपको ये बोला जाता है कि पति का घर आपका घर है, जो वो बोलेंगे वो आप मानोगे, वो आप करोगे. You are not supposed to question them, like you have never questioned your parents, you not question your in-laws, fine, all nice. But then there came a stage wherein my ex started to say things which had never happened, right? He would, झगड़ा हुआ, प्रॉब्लम हुआ, I would sleep over it, मैं चाहे रात को रो ली, चाहे जो मर्जी कर ली, सुबह उठ के I would try and act normal कि हाँ खाना बनाना है, कुछ करना है, घर के सामान है, बेबी है. And then I would realize that these 3 people, like my LFIL and my ex, would look at me with very judgmental eyes. And I told you I have a knack of, seeing people who are judgmental. So I'm like, what did I do, man? This guy last night made a ruckus. I am not complaining. I am not cribbing. I'm not shouting. And these guys are judging me.
Namaste दोस्तों, welcome to the next and the most amazing episode of the Success Brew podcast. It's a podcast where we bring change makers, industry experts to share actionable insights for freelancers, entrepreneurs and business owners to grow and scale their ventures and their life as a whole. Today's guest is someone who has dealt with a lot of challenges. I personally know her. She's one of my best friends that I found in a startup community, but we could speak our heart out to each other. We could share everything that is going on in our journey, and she comes with a lot of experience in the corporate world, in the banking sector, and fought a lot of her own mental health challenges and grew from everything to build another venture which is called Mindsmith. She founded Mindsmith in 2022, which is a brain health company, onboarded some of the best psychiatrists in the country as her co-founders. Again, a tough job to do, working with doctors, right? Born in Kashmir, 20 years experience, worked with great banks like SBI and Royal Bank of Scotland, and gone through a life of journey that we are going to discuss. I'm not sharing directly with you right now. And then starting with Mindsmith, and 3 years of Mindsmith right now after 2022, we are going to discuss 3 different segments in this podcast, as we do in every of our episode. 3 different segments and 3 lessons for you from every segment, right? So that you can really implement. The 3 segments will be her personal journey, first of all, the triumphs, the challenges, the growth, and how it worked for her. Second is her own mental health challenges and what she researched in the global mental health crisis today, and why she started Mindsmith. Third, a mompreneur, a woman entrepreneur, and what are the challenges and dynamics of that in today's world. So we welcome my best friend, a great founder and an entrepreneur and a researcher, Pia Singh.
Thank you so much.
How are you today?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you.
Doing wonderful? Great. So I'm gonna put these notes down again because I think the conversation will be much candid, much better with you. So let's begin with the basics of your journey. Where were you born? How was Kashmir when you were a child? Right? I think it was around 35 years ago.
Yes.
More than that, right? How was Kashmir for you? How long you stayed in Kashmir? And how were the dynamics of what you perceived of Kashmir of that time? And how did it help you grow, or maybe gave you more challenges as a child?
So to start with, I was 3 when we migrated from Kashmir. So my memories back then are very far and few, but I do remember what I heard from my parents, right? So I was 3. My brother was a couple of months old when we had to migrate from Kashmir because of terrorism. What I do remember is when a couple of instances when my mom was pregnant and she had to go give delivery in the hospital. So there were these, and they were poking at her belly to see if, it's really a child or not. So very inhumane situation at that point in time. And during 90s terrorism, being a Kashmiri Pandit was not a very easy thing.
Okay.
Similarly, when my brother was born, so me and my grandparents were going to the hospital in an auto, and a bullet just passed in between. Like, there is driver, there is us, and a bullet just passed बीच में से. We had to just turn back. Okay. So maybe, a 35-year, 38-year-old me does not really remember what happened back then. But now that I know more about mental health, there is this fear that you carry with you always. There is this uncertainty that you carry. And I've been carrying it for a very long time.
The fear of anything harmful can happen anytime and you don't know.
Safety and uncertainty. Whether, okay, I am going to hospital to meet my brother, whether I'm going to reach there, whether I'll be able to meet him. So those uncertainties take root very early
That
on.
insecurity got rooted in your deep mind. Okay, we are going to explore that more. So then you moved to Delhi.
Then we moved to Jammu actually.
Jammu,
So
okay.
till my 9th standard, my studies have been in Jammu. So I used to live in Rajpura. Still have my paternal house there. And then 10th onwards, I've been in Delhi. And then
Okay.
after 12th, I went to Mumbai.
So
for
you
my
came
studies.
to Delhi when you were in 10th.
I was in 10th standard.
And how did this environment change for you from Jammu to Delhi?
Pretty heavy transition. So the culture was very different. Jammu is still a small town, communities, people. So every evening we'd have somebody from the vicinity neighborhood coming in for tea. You'd always cook more food because you don't know who will just walk
Yeah.
in. And then when it came to Delhi, it was all apartments, and I had a house back there, right? And apartments, and there is no touch base, there is no connection, and even students in school were not very pally. They were like in a very different league. I came from a small town, and I had my own things about how
So it's tough to make space with them and being friends with them.
Absolutely. I would say part of my initial 6-8 months were just like, do I fit in? Do I belong here? Should I be here? Why am I not back there?
So another thing of self-doubt that goes deeper into your mind
transitions.
because of the
Uncertainty.
transitions. Again, uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Okay, then you did 10th, 11th, 12th in Delhi.
In Delhi, yes.
And then you moved to Bombay for engineering.
Yes.
And how was Bombay transition from Delhi to Bombay?
Oh, you tell me. I was 17. I had a very sheltered childhood. And when I say sheltered, I mean कि मैं दुकान पे ना ऐसे नहीं जा सकती थी कि मम्मा टॉफी लेने जा रहे हो दुकान पे. So I had never done that.
Okay.
And then at 17, you are in Mumbai suddenly with no family, no relatives, no family friends
So
whatsoever.
it was a planned move to Mumbai, or it just happened because of college
No,
admission?
I was absolutely not interested to move to Mumbai. I pleaded to Mama, mat bhejo mujhe. So I had gotten into IP University as well, and my friends were like, my school friend Vyom, he was going to IP, so I was very much interested in IP. But then I had given my CET exam as well, MHCET, and I had given it in a very bad state. Okay, like akkad wakti botik.
They're going to fail you now.
Destiny, oh my god. But would you imagine my MHCET rank? It was 126.
National rank.
Yes,
Crazy.
I could bloody get any college I wanted.
Yeah.
And then my parents were like, no, it's better you go there, you'll
Okay.
get better field, better college. And I was like, wait, you don't have a say.
How was Bombay for you that time? Like, it will be still around 15 years ago?
It was 2004.
4, which is 20 years ago. How was it? Bombay that time, 20 years ago.
I'd like to say beautiful.
Beautiful.
I loved it.
Less crowded?
No, actually, the life was faster there, but people were so forthcoming. There is a constant Mumbai-Delhi debate in around circles,
yes.
but
हम
you
मुंबई
ask
आए
me,
और
you
हम
ask me,
दिल्ली के दिल वाले
I am a
हैं.
Mumbai person at heart. I love their commitment. I love the fact that, kids who used to come to college to study, they would study. No nonsense. वो
Okay.
college आ रहे हैं, वो पढ़ रहे हैं.
They're serious for
वो बाहर
studies.
जा रहे हैं, वो मस्ती भी कर रहे हैं. But either they would not come to the class, but if they're coming to the class, there where you say sincerity,
Yeah.
I saw it.
Okay.
But Delhi, I didn't see it.
Delhi is like haywire. Everything is everywhere.
Everything is
Class में
everywhere.
मस्ती में study सब कुछ mix चल रहा
True
है.
that.
Cool. So, if we have to derive something from this understanding, for any tier 2 person who's coming from maybe Kashmir, or maybe, we had one of our guests, Praveen Kumar Rajbhar, who came from Vishnupura, a tier 3 state, a village, and then to Delhi. For any such kid, तो इन बच्चों के लिए काफी मुश्किल, like एक अच्छा खासा समय निकल जाता है fit होने में. Find their own belonging, right, in a new city, and they come to these places for growth. And I think this time actually kind of kills them also
Well,
internally.
it is a make or break.
It's a
time.
make or break kind of a thing,
It's
right?
a
Okay. Either they have to go back, but they don't have an option to go back, so they survive somehow.
A lot of times.
Right? They don't have an option to go back because they have a family banking upon them and having hopes
Absolutely. Especially if you're there for work.
Yes, if they mostly people transition for career only, majorly, right? Otherwise, it's not holidays, right? And if it is holidays, they'll be okay. They don't give a shit.
Studies be here, but you see that there are a lot of students who would come from these tier 2, tier 3 places to a city to study, and then they cannot cope up with the stress and the pressure, and then we see a lot of students taking dying by suicide because of these things. So a lot of factors come into play. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So what we can derive is that a lot of things happen in this entire journey of childhood, especially when we are transitioning to different cities. And I think a lot of government segment people or the army people, they have faster transitions. The frequency is higher for them.
Yes.
Maybe every 4 years, every 3 years. So they do see the world, but every time they have to spend that 1 year transitioning, belonging to a new city.
They have their family,
Yeah, at least they have their family, yes.
But with people like us, it's more like you have to go. And I think the one thing that helped me sort of was I didn't try to fit in with everything. I had that very clear. Like I would find people who were, someone you can say my tribe. Like I found you.
Yeah.
Right. And you remember the place we met. There were how many of us? There were 20 of us mentors.
Maybe more than that.
Yeah. So I think I'm hardly in touch with 2 or 3.
Correct.
So I have a knack of finding my people. So I'm not into.
How did you explain this knack of finding people? Like, what do you do?
Is the person kind enough?
Okay,
right?
kindness matters.
Kindness. Is he judging me? No.
Okay.
Are they overall judgmental of people? Because when you meet a new person, they may not judge you on your face.
Right.
But there could be red flags in the environment.
Yes.
So are they judgmental? Are they kind? And third, are they, friendly enough, supportive enough? Will they stand with you when the need comes?
Correct.
So the third part is something that you explore over a period of time. But overall kindness and a non-judgmental attitude is what I'll feel. This person is nice, genuine.
So the person is not seeing your surname or the city you are born. They're just being into the conversation, right? They don't care about it, right?
कितने square feet के घर में रहते हो ना?
So I think it's a great thing to take on for people who transition. जो लोग भी बाहर से आते हैं, किसी भी even India के लोग जो बाहर जाते हैं, they should find their tribe as per their core value system, what they value the most.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people might value money over kindness, so you can find that tribe also. So
absolutely.
No fixed rules, but you find your own tribe by your core system, what you value the most and what you can give to the other person, I think.
Absolutely.
Right? You cannot expect something you cannot give, right? So Bombay happened, engineering happened, and then you got into bank job. What is this engineering ke baad bank job?
Lot of us do that. When I went into engineering, the field was production. It was a relatively new field. So production is a combination of mechanical and quality.
Yeah, I'm mechanical guy.
You know how many girls you see in mechanical, right?
No.
So the option was L&T, right? So biggest placement was L&T for us. But then what happens is that when you come from a middle class background with both your parents in government job, the first thing your parents want to do is give a bank exam.
Give a bank exam. A government.
L&T में तुम जाओगे, but है तो private नौकरी ना, वो चाहे L&T है, right? So bank का exam, तो bank का exam. I was like, Mama, I'm not even a graduate yet, ना? तुम दे दो ना, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ठीक है. I was like, ठीक है भाई, दे दे तो exam ही है, दे दिया, clear कर लिया.
फिर clear हो गया.
ठीक है.
मतलब what is this also? Like, a lot of people find it tough to crack these exams, and you are saying I do akkad bakkad bambe wo, and the exams are cracking like that.
I would say.
Okay,
no, I did prepare for SBI.
With one of our guests, we also discussed that there is always a luck factor.
There is.
Which helps, which shapes up your journey somewhere.
I think it's more of your mindset. It is not, let's not call it luck. Luck makes it very unpredictable, right? Let's call it your expectation. The more expectations you have attached to a thing, the less chances of it manifesting.
Okay. So you don't, it's like I'm completely detached.
You would see that most of the people, jinka probability of getting through something is higher, will not be attached to that.
So they don't take it personally. They say it, okay, it's another attempt. If it works good, otherwise I'll improve, right? So then you started with the SBI job actually after clearing that exam?
I had to. So you see, my generation, your generation, we don't get to tell our parents that, we don't do this. This is not what fits in. Yeah. So mama is like, join कर ले. ठीक है, पहले तो exam दे लेता, अब exam clear हो गया. Join कर ले. मैंने कहा, mama ये clerical है, मुझे नहीं करना. Like I have been academically amazing always. In my first year of college, I did a technical paper presentation on the 8th semester subject, and in an inter college thing, not just my college, and I won the first prize. So that was my caliber. Okay. I I was the first deputy manager at 29. The next deputy manager was 42 in the
Whoa.
bank. So I've always been an achiever.
So
imagine.
what like यहाँ पे I think we should stop and take a look back at what makes you this achiever. Like if you have to think back, okay, I'm achieving things that people are achieving after 15 years of I achieve it. What is this? Like what is working for you here in terms of this performance and achievement?
To be honest, I never wanted to get into a bank. That was one. So when
But still you're performing good. You are not dreading it.
But then that is because if I don't perform, right? If I don't clear, then it is like, oh, इससे तो exam clear नहीं हुआ. Now, when you come from a state of being a constant topper in your class, you're expected to do.
So you want to
certain things.
maintain that legacy of yours that I'm a top performer.
Image की बात हो
Image
जाती है फिर, हाँ?
Okay, so you want to maintain that image. Like something has to drive you to perform, right?
Absolutely.
And that's for you. That's image to.
It's like ये मैं कर सकती हूँ, अब मेरी मर्जी है कि ये मैं करूँ ना करूँ.
हाँ.
But ऐसा नहीं कि मैं ये जॉब इसलिए नहीं कर रही हूँ क्योंकि मेरे से हो नहीं सकती.
हो कुछ भी सकता है. It's my मर्जी कि मुझे करनी है कि नहीं.
मतलब it is
Cool.
my choice. It's that illusion of choice.
Is that a part of confidence also कि मैं कर तो कुछ भी सकती हूँ if I choose to do it?
It depends on where it is coming from, Saurav.
Okay.
If it is coming from a sense of I know I can crack it, ठीक है. Whereas in me it was coming from a place of I have to prove myself.
Okay.
Right, so there are two very different places. If you're coming from a place of कर लूंगी, ठीक है, ये हो जाएगा, it's not a big deal, and then I'll choose what I have to do. For me, it was the other side. This is adaptive side. This is a good side. For me, it was like I have to prove myself to my parents. You know, I have
Okay.
to prove that I'm worth it. I have to
Was
prove.
this very huge pressure and stress also? Prove yourself to the family and the peers?
Unknowingly, yes, Saurav. You wouldn't believe last month we had a family gathering, and I mean, imagine at my age, I'm running a venture, I have a kid, and my mom came in for like couple of days, and I felt constantly watched. It was like every minute, what time I was sleeping, what time I was getting up, what was I doing in the kitchen, what was I wearing, how was my personal hygiene, everything. I felt like I'm being watched, you know,
Okay.
and I'll be judged on all of this. So yes, you've lived, and I have lived that life.
Okay.
Big.
So is it only the home or do you feel about the external people, the startup community, the corporates, do they also judge you on those parameters every single day and every time?
If I'm being really honest here, कोई जज नहीं कर रहा, किसी के पास टाइम नहीं है.
Right.
It is your conscience.
It is we are judging ourselves basically.
The minute I stop judging myself is when others will, you know, even if they're judging, it'll stop mattering, right?
Right.
But that switch is very tough.
Right.
So for me, it was more like, even in corporate, I have to perform, I have to be the best, you know.
Correct.
So when you reflect back on कि ये कहाँ से आ रहा है, it comes from your need to prove yourself to your parents.
Correct.
ठीक है. Now they have lived a very middle class life. They had their expectation. You want to make them happy, and there's nothing
Right.
wrong with that, right? आप अपने पेरेंट्स को खुश करना चाहते हो, तुम चाहते हो कि you know they should feel proud, मेरे बच्चे ने ये किया, so that gives you happiness, that
Right.
gives you validation, reinforces some good things in you. But वो cycle कब toxic हो जाता है पता ही नहीं चलता.
So if you have to share with someone who's right now that 17-18-year-old girl or a boy who is trying to prove himself or herself, which is right to do sometimes, right? You need to
Absolutely.
prove yourself to you also that I'm good at something. How to stop it before it went toxic? Like what is the time when you acknowledge कि okay, इतना ही करना है, इसके बाद toxic हो जाएगा?
मेरे लिए जो काम किया सौरभ is the fact ये मुझे पीस दे रहा है या प्रेशर दे रहा है.
Okay.
That is a very simple baseline that I keep. So, for example, you know, I believe a lot in meditation. I chant a lot. So sometimes, and because I never had a guru earlier, so when I used to chant, sometimes it would give me peace. Sometimes it would very, you know, rile me up. So my baseline has always been कि ये चीज मुझे passion दे रही है, purpose दे रही है या pressure दे रही है.
Right.
अगर pressure दे रही है ना, तो जैसे ही pressure feel होना शुरू है, कुछ तो अच्छा होता है, but जैसे ही pressure feel होना शुरू होता है और ऐसा लगता है कि ये 2-3 हफ्ते से pressured ही है, I think 2 week is the line when you stop.
Okay. So for you, 2 week is the line when you
No,
stop?
it is by mental health standard. If something persists
Okay.
for more than 2 weeks, you need to stop.
You need to stop. Okay, cool. And then you spend like how much time in SBI?
I spent in the clerical role about 2 years, and then about a year in year and a half. So about
And then
4
you
years.
switched your job into the same banking sector.
To Royal Bank of Scotland, yes.
Then how this government to private happened?
Oh my God.
Now you are back to private sector. Huh?
Okay, so brief background. I'm a 2010 बैच PO. तो मेरे बैच की सरकारी जॉब के साथ साथ पेंशन भी थी.
Okay.
ठीक है. So mine was the last batch जिसकी पेंशन थी. Imagine मेरी क्या बैंड बजी थी घर पे. So it comes to another transition in a woman's life wherein you're selecting a partner for yourself.
Okay.
So I was supposed to get engaged और मेरी posting थी
This was
rural.
which year?
So that was 2011. I was supposed to get engaged and I was working with State Bank of India. And engagement में problem ये आई थी कि I was given rural posting. तो आपको 3 साल mandatory rural posting serve करनी होती है स्टेट बैंक में. तो मेरी posting थी लोनावला में and ना मुझे वहाँ की भाषा समझ आती थी, ना मैं कुछ value add कर पाती थी. And I came from a background wherein I had worked in the clerical assistant role and I was managing foreign exchange department. So imagine from there to a PO who's in training wherein I know all the processes already and I'm not adding value. So for me it was very difficult. मैं काम क्यों नहीं कर रही, मेरे से काम क्यों नहीं ले रहे ना, I'm not learning, I'm not
Right.
growing. तो वो हुआ था. So I went to my circle development officer in State Bank of India. Bandra Kurla complex office shift हुआ था इनका तब. मैंने सर को बोला इनका सर मेरी ना रूरल पोस्टिंग है, आप उसको प्लीज अर्बन कर सकते हैं क्या, कि मतलब I'm not adding any value there and plus have to get engaged, so I need a urban posting. Like मैडम वो तो नहीं हो सकता. I was like okay then can you change my circle, like you know आप रूरल दे रहे हो तो मुझे एटलीस्ट दिल्ली रूरल दे दो. एंड इन माय ऑप्शंस आई गिवन दिल्ली एज माय फर्स्ट ऑप्शन एनीवे. सो मैंने कहा मुझे दिल्ली सर्कल दे दो, कम से कम मुझे वहाँ रूरल पॉपुलेशन की बातें समझ तो आएंगी, मैं कुछ तो वैल्यू ऐड करूंगी. अरे मैडम वो भी नहीं हो सकता. मैंने कहा सर फिर तो आप रेजिग्नेशन ले लो क्या करोगे. एंड देन व्हाट समथिंग ही सेड एंड नॉट आई कैन नेवर फॉरगेट दैट. सो दैट जेंटलमैन टोल्ड मी कि हाँ मैडम दे दो रेजिग्नेशन, स्टेट बैंक की जॉब के लिए तो बहुत लोग खड़े होते हैं. Dude, you're selecting the best of people from India, okay? Now, SBI is considered to be the second most toughest examination after IAS.
Okay.
Right? SBI PO क्योंकि तब अलग होता था.
Okay.
SBI का हर बैंक का अलग होता था. तो सेकंड टफेस्ट था. आप पूरी कंट्री की क्रीम उठा रहे हो और उसके बाद हमको ऐसे ट्रीट करो, ठीक है?
That's a behavior in the government sector we see many times, right?
And I was like, ठीक है, take the resignation.
I think a place where you're not valued enough to request something even like you should leave.
A junior entrance frontline employees coming and telling you, sir, I'm not adding value to your organization, use me. No, I want to do work, I want to make a difference.
They just want to make you sit on a chair and take the salary.
And
Okay, cool.
in a place where you are like, ठीक है.
Okay. And then you shifted to
Royal Bank of
Royal Bank of Scotland. How was that experience for you? Like a private sector, very big company. It's an Indian company? No.
No, it's based in Edinburgh. It's a multinational. RBI has been the best workplace for me.
So in terms of learning, growth,
Everything.
development.
Everything, sort of everything. Whether it was my seniors, ठीक है, also office politics is
Yeah, that's a
very
common part.
regular thing, right? Whether it was my personal development, what can I learn, what can I not learn. So these people had Skillsoft access was given to
Okay.
us. We had mandatory training days. We had mandatory leaves. We had mandatory personal growth sessions. So they would teach us about risk. They would, in real terms, जिसको कहते हैं ना, empowering you for the role. How will you prepare for management? How will you deal with your
Got
team?
it.
Oh, they were amazing.
So they were actually like, they hire people and they actually train you to be the CXOs of tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Whether you work with them or not, that's
No.
a later thing.
RBS had a program which is called FLP, Future Leaders Program. So when you're migrating from an officer's role to a managerial role, they prepare you. They do
Okay.
mock-ups, they do trial sessions, they train you and then they tell you to take it on floor and implement it. It was beautiful.
Awesome.
All my understanding of human nature, how to work with people, you know, the real understanding of what HR means in an organization, it comes from Royal Bank of Scotland.
Cool. So in between you got married also?
I got married after that.
After shifting to Delhi and Royal Bank of Scotland happened.
So no, Royal Bank of Scotland happened in Delhi. I joined Brady House branch. Sanjay used to be the country head at that point in time. An amazing person. And I got engaged.
Okay.
But my engagement broke.
Okay.
I broke the engagement precisely.
Why?
So, interestingly, it was because of mental health thing in one of the family members of the guy who I could not really gel with, and I was also young enough to not understand कि मुझ पे impact नहीं आ रहा है. So for me it was like कि यार मतलब ये ठीक नहीं है, you know, it is
Got
not
it.
a good option.
So you
for
could
me.
not perceive mental health in the right way that time.
You can say that.
You can say that.
You
okay.
can
So
say,
we'll
absolutely.
keep this point for later again, right? Very interesting point. I think I have personally dealt with this same thing, that a person dealing with a a mental health issue or a high stress, but we think them like a criminal sometimes, that they're not good people, kind of a thing, right?
You know,
we do that, right?
we do that.
So you have also been through a journey of actually getting married, then separation, right? A lot happened. We'll not discuss the brutal dynamics here right now, but I personally, like, you also know my entire circle by now, and you know there are a lot of women going through that same shit every single moment. I think the cases are increasing day by day.
They are.
Right, okay. And I say to this a lot of times to all the women who are talking about women empowerment. I said, okay, you empowered the women, but did you empower the man enough to deal with that? Right now, it's empowered woman.
Absolutely.
Who will take her own decisions, who is earning her own money, and who has a power of choice because she has the money in hand. But did you empower the man enough to be able to accept it? Because the society has not taught to be like that, right?
We haven't.
So you also went through. So from a perspective of your own mental health, what all happened to you in this entire divorce journey of almost, I think, 4-5 years?
Yeah, more than 5.
More than that, right? And you had a kid also.
I had a small
Right.
one.
So what all happened? Like, I want you to be raw in this case, because this is something I think everybody needs to know.
Yeah. The first things we need to understand is that if it is not a mutual divorce, it is messy. It will get messy even if you and your partner do not want it. Because the minute you involve lawyers, they are gonna try to strengthen your case, right? And in strengthening your case, they're going to mess up your life.
Right.
So what happened in my case, and these are brutal realities. I was living in that house and I see a civil court document by chance गलती से छूट गया होगा bedroom में, in another bedroom, like guest bedroom में पड़ा हुआ था, and I saw it, and my ex FIL suddenly flipped and कि ये क्या हो गया, इसको पता चल गया type. So I was living there. उन्होंने, like my husband ex was a partner in the company that they were running, so they removed his partnership. They did some sort of rent agreement that he's living in 1 BHK somewhere. Did all the legalities, and I was none the wiser. I was living in that house and I was thinking everything is all hunky and dory. कि हाँ ठीक है, problems होती है, सबकी होती है. So when I saw this document, it was like, it was a reality check. It was like a shake के shit कुछ हो रहा है, ठीक है.
Like a conspiracy is being built.
You see something in your name right in your face and I'm like, ये क्या हुआ क्या? And उससे 1-1.5 महीने पहले हम मतलब proper ऐसा सिंगापुर और इंडोनेशिया ट्रिप पे होके आए थे यार. So it was very disheartening first of all, and that is when I knew I'll have to speak to a lawyer. So I spoke to a lawyer and I told her that, you know, I saw this and this, and I explained things to her. So this lawyer told me कि see, we'll have to make a case and we'll have to make a case of domestic violence, which in my case stands. पहली चीज आप domestic violence करते हो. It stood in my case because there was a lot of harassment. I'll not go into gory details, but you know what all happened. Like this was controlled to a maximum. कि आपके बाल में मांग कौन सी आप निकालोगे, आप बालों का हेयर कलर कैसे करोगे, आप स्मूथनिंग कराओगे, स्ट्रेटनिंग कराओगे, कौन से कपड़े पहनोगे, उसके साथ आप जूते कौन से पहनोगे, बैग कौन सा लोगे, ज्वेलरी क्या लोगे.
Like it's
Everything was mapped out for me. Like
uncontrollable
I had zero choice.
control on your choice.
So control एक चीज होती है सौरभ. This was taking away your choice.
Yeah.
Right? So, and interestingly, as a middle class Indian female, I was okay with it. That is the biggest red flag that I see now.
The internal habit of proving that I am good.
I am okay. I can deal with this, right? And plus, जब आपकी शादी होती है ना सर, आपको ये बोला जाता है कि पति का घर आपका घर है, जो वो बोलेंगे वो आप मानोगे, वो आप करोगे. You are not supposed to question them. Like you have never questioned your parents, you'll not question your in-laws. Fine, all nice. But then there came a stage wherein my ex started to say things which had never happened, right? He would, I mean, झगड़ा हुआ, problem हुआ, I would sleep over it. मैं चाहे रात को रो ली, चाहे जो मर्जी कर ले, सुबह उठ के I would try and act normal कि हाँ खाना बनाना है, कुछ करना है, घर के सामान है, बेबी है. And then I would realize that these 3 people, like my LFIL and my ex, would look at me with very judgmental eyes. And I told you I have a knack of, you know, seeing people who are judgmental. So I'm like, what did I do, man? This guy last night made a ruckus. I am not complaining. I am not cribbing. I'm not shouting. And these guys are judging me, right? And then I realized that he would go and tell them some other story. They would obviously believe their son. And then they would look at me with his judgy eyes. एक बार हो गया, 2 बार हो गया. There comes a time when you kind of, you know, just flip.
Right.
And then after a while, I just stopped expecting. You know, it was like,
and things
they're gonna behave like this.
And things went bad to worse.
No, actually, that's not when things go bad to us. There's a stage that comes when you are expecting somebody to do something for you. Then there is a stage, Saurabh, wherein before things end, there is one part wherein you're like, I don't give a fuck. I was in that stage. Okay, and that's when I saw the documents also. So I was like, I don't give. तुमको story सुनानी है, story सुनाओ. उनको believe करनी है, वो believe कर ले. मतलब that just tells me what sort of people you are, right? But the worst stage came after I left the premises, after the cases started. But the final decision was the common friend Sam. So I met Sam Nehru Place में ना CCD. We were sitting.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, so the conversation was very simple. When Sam asked me that, Pia, what you say is okay for you. Is that something you'll accept for your daughter?
Yeah.
Like, and the answer was very clear, like, no, Sam.
No.
Not for her. And like, if it is not right for her, it's not right for you.
Yes.
That was the deciding moment in my case. It was like, no, this is not happening. So for 1.5 years of marriage, I fought 5.5 years in a court.
And how do you think, a lot of times, a lot of people, even, I will not blame that it is always about arranged marriage, but even in love marriages, this happens. Even after the courtship of 10 years or 15 years, this has happened. This entire time, like 5.5 years of young age, so mostly these things are happening in between the age group of 30 to 40.
Yes.
Which is the peak of your youth, your energy, and your work life.
Absolutely.
When you grow as a person, financial, moral, everything, right? How is there a way to avoid it? Like, if you have to do something different of this entire thing, which point you will tweak or make it different so that you can save your time of this
you want
life?
A politically correct answer, or do you want an
I want a
honest
brutal answer. Brutally honest answer.
Brutal answer. My courtship period was about 2-3 months, and I saw the red flags and I ignored them.
So you could have stopped it even before everything happened.
Absolutely. You see the red flags because nobody can stay all, goody two shoes if you are, and especially in long courtships. I didn't have a long one. Like November, we met, January, we started our courtship, and July, I got married. So I had a 6-month courtship period. We would meet on weekends because I was also working. And during these weekends, there were not one, but multiple instances wherein my brain told me, stop.
Okay.
Not right.
But you did not. Because we want to.
हो गया, engagement हो गई है.
Engagement हो गई है.
No,
Yeah.
and then there is this thing about again investing these emotions in somebody else, again starting to talk to somebody else, उससे फिर किसी से शुरू से scratch से connection बनाना. I don't know how it is for men, but me as a woman, it is very tough. It also took a toll when.
But I think that reconnecting with someone, stopping a relationship when you see the red flags and reconnecting is much easier than wasting 7 years of your life.
I agree, but I wish somebody would have told me that.
Right? Okay. So I think, we'll conclude this personal journey part here, right? Okay. This is the first segment, and some of the takeaways that I am taking and I think I can implement is, one is that you need to find your own peaceful pressure to perform, right? What pressure you can take peacefully, what you give to yourself more than other people giving to yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
When I say pressure, when you say pressure, Saurabh, it's like कि pressure तो था, but काम करके मजा
आ रहा था, right?
है ना?
Like I find joy in chaos.
Yes.
You give me things that are in absolute chaos, I'll be like super happy to like rearrange them and make it better and look better. Okay?
And the minute that chaos exceeds a certain line, it becomes messy, overwhelming. So that's where you stop.
Right. So that's one. Like creating a positive pressure, peaceful pressure for yourself. And like we have watched a movie also together. I think it's called Peaceful Warrior.
Yes.
Right. Warriors always have pressure, but they take pressure that they want to take. Otherwise not. Right.
Absolutely.
In corporate or in personal relationship, wherever, if you don't find value or you cannot add value or they do not value you enough, move out as soon as possible.
I agree.
Otherwise, you are signing up for a wastage of at least 7 to 10 years and shitloads of money and ruining your mental health, which is the most precious thing in the world.
Oh, I want to add something here, Saurabh. So I have my batchmates who are in SBI still, and they tell me, "तूने अच्छा करा."
Yes.
उनके पास है pensionable job, but they are so stressed. And I'll tell you a very brutal example. So SBI started with a certain meets, daily meets, for managers. You know what? This particular batch of people, सबका ये meeting start होने के 2 महीने के अंदर everybody was diagnosed of diabetes.
Whoa, such
Pressure.
level of pressure. So basically, the corporate pressure, the job pressure, converting into stress to physical ailments like diabetes and lifestyle diseases,
absolutely.
right? And
मतलब
big
सब
time.
पूरे batch को.
Pure batch ko, right? Okay, and it's one of the biggest banks of the country, right? Most profitable
Absolutely.
companies in the world. So third part that I agree with you is that we are not able to understand who is dealing with mental health and how to find it out, and then where to take them,
Absolutely.
right? So you have also faced with the previous person's family member, with your husband, with yourself, right? And a lot of places, right? And I think that's how your journey towards building a mental health company starts. Is that right?
Actually, it goes a step deeper. So this is not something that I talk about a lot, but since it is a community podcast and you are asking me this, I'll tell you. Mental health, when I was dealing with all this, that is when you know, things had been filed, I had moved out, I met Dr. Satyan Sharma. And I started talking to him because my ex was on antipsychotics since he was 13. So he had a huge...
And you knew that before
No, I
marriage?
did not. Obviously. ये थोड़ी बताना होता है शादी के time पे.
So, a good message I really want to give to everybody who's getting into arranged marriage. I think it's important that you go through a pre-wedding counseling where you have a therapist or a life coach or somebody who can respect and talk mutually, take you through a journey of what all can or cannot happen, go into depths of your ugliness, and then if you can accept it, with your choice get married. Otherwise, anything bad happens, everything that you did not know before marriage will come as crime.
Oh, that would be. No, so I would say that there is so much stigma, or there has been so much stigma around mental health, Saurav, that telling somebody, oh, my son is on antipsychotics since 13, will you marry him? I would say no.
Yes.
I would have
obviously.
made an informed choice, right?
Yes.
But what I did not know and what made Mindsmith a reality was that I did not know that it is genetic.
Oh.
And by the time I realized it is genetic, I had a daughter. And I knew that, you know, this could come in her.
There is a vulnerability for her also.
Oh my God. Now, what we need to understand is that, like, you know, mental health कहते हैं ना, कोरोना के टाइम पे शुरू हुआ, कोरोना से कुछ नहीं हुआ.
Yes.
So, it started way back in 1920s, जब हमने एंटीबायोटिक्स बनाए.
Yeah.
So, एंटीबायोटिक्स ने क्या किया, पहले नेचर का एक तरीका था ना, मतलब नेचर को लगता था कि ये सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट में फिट नहीं हो रहा, हटाओ.
The jungle rule.
है ना. So what humans did was we messed up with the nature's rule.
Yeah.
तो अभी जो weak भी था, they could live longer, they could procreate.
Yeah.
They had kids, right? पहले नहीं कर सकते थे. Now in 1920s this happened. So this vulnerability a person has
During the time of Spanish flu. I think.
and entered the genetic pool.
Yeah.
1920s it entered the genetic pool because of antibiotics. They're not dying anymore, right? We can
Right.
prevent death. We can prevent.
But as per the nature's law, they're still
medicine.
weak, right?
They're weak.
They're weak.
So the weakness keeps going in your genetic code. Now imagine there is A who has one genetic vulnerability, B a woman with another genetic vulnerability. मिले शादी में बच्चा पैदा किया. Now the बच्चा has vulnerability A and B.
Okay.
Right? So for any such virus or vulnerability, when they enter the genetic pool, it turns into a pandemic in 3 to 4 generations. And
Wow.
that is where we exactly were when Corona hit.
Exactly the 80 years. 100 years, I would say.
1920 to 2020.
100 years, third generation. 30, 30, 30, 35, 35, right?
Yes. पहले तो उतनी
That's
भी नहीं होती
crazy
थी.
amazing understanding, man.
So-
like it's mathematics actually.
It was that is the scientific, like if somebody has studied genetics or you know understands how population dynamics
Yeah.
work, it is 3 to 4 generations. Now what COVID did was exactly what HIV did.
Yeah.
तो अनसेफ सेक्स पहले भी था, लोग पहले भी मर रहे थे या प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी, यूटीआई इन्फेक्शन सब हो रहे थे, बट HIV was a killer.
Yeah.
तो HIV took the lids off. HIV made people talk about unsafe sex practices.
And I think people don't talk about something until unless they're dying.
Same thing with COVID.
Yeah.
आप बिलीव करोगे, there were people who were you know on our meds. उनके खानदान में आस पड़ोस सेम घर में रह रहे, सबको कोविड हो गया, उनको नहीं हुआ.
Okay.
We have had patients like that in
Right.
Mindsmith because उनकी vulnerability medicine control
Medicine
कर रहा
control कर रही थी. And it was not a COVID medicine.
था. It was not a COVID.
It was a genetic mental
Resilience,
health medicine.
brain medicine,
Brain
yes.
medicine, right?
Mental
Okay.
health medicine.
So we need to understand that whatever we are doing right now is in building a genetic code.
It is
Whatever medicines we are eating or the food we are eating or the behavior that we have,
Lifestyle.
it is a genetic code that will pass on, right?
Yes.
So I think more than the legacy of leaving, legacy of money that people want to leave for their kids, they need to leave good genetics.
they should, and it is possible to reverse things,
Yeah.
right? Because आप देखो ना, अगर
So how did this conversation started towards building a venture on Mindsmith?
So when I got to know
yeah.
my daughter is vulnerable and I have my own vulnerabilities because I shared my journey about
Yeah, you come
Kashmir,
from a
uncertainty,
war
trauma.
zone. Yeah, trauma.
Right? So with my daughter, I was like, shit, इसमें तो दोनों की vulnerabilities है, and that is like a proper psychosis case. मेरा चलो depression side का angle है, but वो तो proper psychosis case है. So what am I supposed to do? So I went into details. You don't know how much of literature I studied, how much of research papers I studied, how much of psychiatry books I studied.
How many years?
Hamilton. So it took me 2.5 years of conversing to and fro with Satyan. I met Satyan
So
in 2018.
getting into a startup which is not from your industry, neither the engineering, neither banking, neither finance, someone may have to study a lot of
I
material
had to.
and talk to experts.
I had
Right, and I think today there are over 15,000 apps quoting to be a mental health app, getting people only into guided meditations.
there are अगर हम डेटा की बात
Do you
करें,
think they are valid to be saying mental health?
यार मतलब sort of, I may not be the authority. Let me give you an authority figure. World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम ने मार्च 2023 में रिपोर्ट पब्लिश की थी कि 10,000 से ऊपर तब मेंटल हेल्थ एप्स थे और उनमें से कोई भी साइंटिफिक नहीं है.
Nobody signed, and
They didn't say a percentage. They said none of them are scientific.
this is World Economic Forum.
World Economic
Awesome.
Forum.
So it's a medical thing actually, right? And without doctors having MBBS doctors and degrees, it is not possible, right? Without scientists in place, right?
Imagine you are playing with the most important organ, the brain.
And think of it
Identity
like
कहाँ है?
the psychology students, right, who are studying psychology major, they're majorly coming from arts background.
So the education is like it is BA psychology,
BA
MA
psychology, MA psychology, yes.
They're not bio students.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not
So
even
they don't understand anatomy as well.
Right.
Right. So I think government has done this good thing that they are changing into pyramid field now. 4 years of, so they are slowly like letting go. So 2026 I think will let go of the arts
Okay,
side
got
of
it.
things. But you know how much our doctors had to push for it. So it was our
Right.
doctors who proposed that.
Cool. So let's start with this segment of now the part of being a mompreneur, working from different places, shifting cities multiple times, shifting homes, right? So just to tell, like, make it shorter because she will explain in a huge story again, right? Just to keep the time short, Pia has moved to I think 4-5 homes in the past 3 years. She can shift a home in one day actually, right? Okay. If you want an expert to shift a home in one day, you contact her for sure. That's a special skill, right? I shifted home I think a year back. I'm still not shifted properly, so I'm very bad at shifting homes, right? So in this entire journey she has been through a lot of shifting places because she is not finding that right place where she can call it a home, right? Okay, juggling with growth of the business, raising funds, right, customer acquisition, finding the right market spot and everything else, right? And it between a lot of wrong guidance which burnt a lot of money.
I
right?
agree.
And personal judgments also where we burnt a lot of money, right? Okay, I want you to tell as a woman, right? And when you are working with senior doctors who are your co-founders and most of them are males,
All of them.
how do you feel as a woman that if you take a wrong decision, how will they judge you? And I want you to be candid because all of them are also my friends and they will listen to it for sure.
I'm sure.
But yes, we need to speak from every perspective in every business where a woman is leading the show and experts are enabling the show.
Saurabh, I don't feel heard.
Okay.
I don't feel hurt. So एक तो मैं इस फील्ड से नहीं हूँ. So they are psychiatrists, they're doctors, and they're like top. You know, like my team is like top 10 in
Yeah,
India, right?
yeah.
So इनको अपने से आगे कुछ नहीं दिखता. They don't feel that anybody else can know something better than them. Now my field is entirely different. I have the humility to accept that I don't know psychiatry. I've
Yeah.
not studied. Although 2.5 years
I studied.
right, and I
But not
studied more than
formally,
what a
yeah.
psychologist would know. I can give
Yeah.
you those insights, but you don't get that due. Okay,
Correct.
you don't even get that due in business. So when I say that, okay, this is the sort of content we're gonna do, this is the sort of strategy, and strategy is at the core of what I
The
do,
business strategy,
right? And I have helped other businesses. You remember the
So you know that, but still, even if you feel you are not heard, the show is going on beautifully great, right? I know it's challenging, it is not easy, but it is happening, right? Okay. Now they are also not the people who say, okay, you go out, we will manage the business. हमें तुम्हारी जरूरत नहीं
No,
है.
that doesn't
Because if one day you shut down your phone, they'll be like headless chickens. That also I know, right? Okay. So how do you think any women who is working with men better than her, right? And I'm actually telling they are better than them in terms of maybe their core expertise.
Absolutely.
Maybe somebody is a CTO who is a male egoistic dominating man, and the female is a CEO. How do you think they should build a bond beyond this expertise and greatness, or who is better fight?
Who's better?
How do you build that relationship?
Yes, see, Saurav, I think what we did was, or where it started for me, was respect. So when I say respect, I mean that if anybody today asks me, "Ki I have a mental health problem, who should I talk to?" I'll be like, Dr. Satyan.
Yes.
So there is no two ways, there is no thought, there is no, fraction of a second difference in my answer, right? Because I've seen him working.
Right.
Everything that I know today comes from him and Dr. Bhaskar, right? So Dr. Satyan,
I want you to tell about these two doctors, like how great and how crazy they are.
oh, they are crazy. They're crazy, egoistic men, but let me tell you, they are the most amazing psychiatrist that our country has. So Dr. Satyan is from Armed Forces Medical College, Pune, and about 17 years has treated almost, I think 30,000 now patients. Okay.
Wow.
Has been in bank center of the addiction problem in Punjab, works with government on policy, goes to colleges, talks to young people about self-harm, suicide, addiction, right? He is that person जिससे आप under the sun किसी बारे में बात कर लो. So when you say
I
doctor
have
का
spoken
पहला
to him, yes.
पहला चीज होता है
It is not
repo
only
building.
medical, right?
Oh my God! Talking
Anything
about
under the
art,
sun.
he will talk about Renaissance moments with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You talk about cars, he'll tell you
I
about
spoke to
them
him about
here.
Raymond clothing also, and he told me that
And
there
he
is
has
something
stories to tell.
there is something 20 lakh worth piece
know?
of suit also in Raymond, like
See?
not even a Gucci or Armani, it's Raymond's only,
I
right?
tell you,
Yeah.
when he used to be in school, his favorite pastime was जैसे रूह अफ़ज़ा का पिक्चर बनाता था वो, धूप में बैठता था लाउंज चेयर पे, क्योंकि दोनों पेरेंट्स डॉक्टर है तो अवेलेबिलिटी इशू था. एंड ही यूज्ड टू his Nana used to get a lot of books from Russia.
Okay.
To just read throughout the day. Just read.
Cool. Oh.
उसका कंटेंट
well-
कंजम्पशन इतना है,
a
उसने कम
well-read
से कम
man.
नहीं तो 2000 किताबें पढ़ी है यार.
Wow. Cool. So, okay, coming back to you now again. Okay, we'll talk to the doctor also.
Yes, you
right?
should.
Okay. So now this setup. So how many team members we have in Mindsmith, right? And what all medical ailments like lifestyle, brain health, mental health, depression, anxiety, what all are we able to cure or maybe manage with our patients?
Okay.
And what kind of patients are coming to you exactly? What are those cases?
So we are a small team. I have 6 doctors and psychiatrists basically, and my head of department in psychology is from Beck Institute US, Sindhu Wadhwa, and I have 3 more psychologists, and if need be, I have some people on like case to case basis.
Okay.
So and then I have a backend team who does content, who do growth, and who do the relation management, admin, HR work, and then there's me. So
Leading the show.
yes, trying. So this is a small team, and we're based in DLF Phase 1 Gurgaon, the clinic. What I've seen interestingly is that people who are intelligent, they are not able to get that rapport with their therapist. So
Okay.
जिन लोगों के पास दिमाग है ना, जो थोड़े इंटेलिजेंट है, जिनको रन ऑफ द मिल सॉल्यूशंस नहीं चाहिए, we find them gravitating towards us.
Okay.
So high functioning people, जिनके ना, और हम समझते हैं कि
Intellectually high also.
intellectually high, performance wise high, somebody who has to show up every day no matter what. So these people I've seen gravitating towards us. So we have people from Fortune 50 also.
Yeah.
Right? So these are the people who know, मतलब ये वो लोग हैं सौरभ जो मतलब US, यूरोप, लंदन सब जगह घूम के आ चुके हैं, ट्रीटमेंट डॉक्टर सब देख चुके हैं. There is a patient who is जिसके पेरेंट्स एम्बेसी में है, has seen 19 psychiatrists across the world and has
Oh.
stabilized on us.
Wow.
So
So what kind of cases are these? I would not go because this is a very, very private psychiatry and mental health
Absolutely.
conversation, so we cannot reveal the names or this. I just want you to name the kind of diseases that are coming in, right from anxiety or depression to whatever. Like, just to give people an idea, saying it mental health doesn't say it mental health.
Absolutely.
How bad it can be actually, and why qualified doctor like Dr. Satyan or Bhaskar or Sindhu Wadhwa is required.
So see, our brains are wired very differently और सबका अपना एक यूनिक पैटर्न है, ठीक है. तो कॉमन फ्लॉक्स नहीं मिलेंगे आपको, सबका कुछ कुछ यूनिक कंपोनेंट मिलता है, which is something that that market fails to identify, right? A few things that I have seen coming mostly are that there are a lot of cases right now with kids who have autism or attention deficit disorders
ADS,
or learning disabilities, right? So these kind of people come to us. Then the second thing is people who have proper neurological, cerebral palsy, or the movement disorders are there, dementia, Alzheimer's is there, Parkinson's is there. So these are the people who come to Dr. Bhaskar because he has a very broad understanding of neurogenetics.
And if I have to differentiate, because you have two teams, one is complete psychiatrist, medicine and MBBS doctors. Second is the therapist, right?
Yes.
Who have still come
Talk
from
therapy.
the same curriculum, talk therapy, but you have trained them well.
Yes,
you have given them a different training
we took
altogether.
At least 3 months of 0 cases.
Right.
Only
training, right? After hiring, you are paying them and you are training them so well for 3 months.
Paid them and trained them for 3 whole months. The training still goes on every month.
Yeah,
we have
that's crazy
trainings.
amazing. So I want to understand, the audience also to understand, because I have seen, I've worked with a lot of freelancers, right? And I've seen these tweets and I see it often. When a freelancer makes good money, right? One of the freelancers on a tweet was celebrating, okay, I made good money. Finally, I have a therapist.
Okay.
And these are young girls, 19 years, 21 years, right? Metro cities, tier 2 cities, everywhere, right? Some of them has issues like, okay, I'm very good at social media, but if you bring me in public, in front of camera, they will shake, right? So who should go to the therapist and who should go to the psychiatrist? How do you differentiate this for the audience?
Right. So there is Mental Health Continuum by Harvard,
Okay.
right, which gives these scales of the crisis that you are in. So one scale says that you are balancing it well. You are thriving is when you don't need anything, Thriving is people who are actually the peers who can actually help you out in communities. Then comes the second stage. On this, we have built our model, which we call Brain Health Profiles. If you want to find out, it's a very good tool to use.
Okay.
So the second stage in Brain Health Profile is balancing. So after thriving, you're trying to balance things. यहाँ तक भी ठीक है. यहाँ पे आपको therapist नहीं चाहिए.
Right.
आपको doctor नहीं चाहिए. All you need is a coach.
Okay.
Right? In the balancing field, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a friend who can push you. ठीक है? You need basically इस stage पे ना लोगों को तुम चाहिए.
Okay, got it.
ठीक है? So then
Somebody like me who's a friend, non-judgmental, can listen carefully and
can
then
structure things for them.
and then actually
Help
guide them to a right person if required.
Absolutely. Then comes stage 3. This is where you are surviving.
Okay.
Survival stage पे आ गए ना, अब therapy चाहिए. Now you need
When you're fighting to survive.
a therapy. Now you need not fighting. Now you're surviving.
Okay.
This is the right time for therapy because अगर तुम fighting to survive पे आ गए ना, तो तुम already crisis की तरफ जा रहे हो.
Okay, got
So
it.
surviving is a stage wherein you're like खुशी किसी चीज में नहीं, कर रहे हैं जो करना है बस टाइप.
But you
ठीक है.
kind of emotionless feeling and all.
You're like
There is
plain.
Okay.
This is where you should start seeking help from a therapist because यहाँ से ना ये सेंटर है. यहाँ से या तो तुम क्राइसिस की तरफ जाओगे या थ्राइविंग की तरफ. And what will decide that is what action you take.
right.
So this is your survival stage. Survival के बाद stage 4 होता है struggle, जो हम अभी बात कर रहे थे. Now struggle में क्या होता है? कभी थेरेपी हेल्प करती है, कभी नहीं करती है.
Okay.
तो थेरेपी एक साइकोलॉजिस्ट के साथ आपको एक साइकियाट्रिस्ट की जरूरत पड़ सकती है. यू मे नीड मेड्स फॉर अ शॉर्ट कोर्स ताकि आपके ब्रेन उस लेवल पे आ जाए कि थेरेपी काम करे आपके लिए. ठीक है. सो दैट इज योर स्ट्रगलिंग स्टेज. सो दैट्स व्हाई से सर्वाइविंग पे थेरेपी चाहिए होती है. और फिर एक लास्ट स्टेज है क्राइसिस. यहाँ पे थेरेपी काम नहीं करेगी
Got
ही
it.
नहीं. यू
So it's
नीड
like
मेड्स.
it is like when you met an accident और आपका शरीर फट गया है, टांग टूट गई है, you need the surgery done.
तो फिर फिजियो क्या करेगी?
फिर फिजियो कुछ नहीं
Ortho
कर
चाहिए
सकती,
ना?
right? Okay, so that's a difference. Like you need ortho surgery there.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think this is a great distinction to be created. And as you said earlier, if you are feeling stressed and pressure for anything over 2 weeks, either you should drop it or you should see a therapist, right? Okay, because people like me, we work on a lot of different projects parallelly, right? Okay, and we do feel that pressure and we cannot stop, right? And I think that was a right decision when I started with one of your therapists itself.
Thank you.
And so I want to tell it from my perspective how it helps. My calendar was back to back full, like morning 9 to 8 p.m. calls. I will not even give myself a break of half an hour between. And then I will complain कि मुझे खाने को नहीं मिला आज. अगेन ये कोई और नहीं भर रहा है मेरे लिए, मैं ही भर रहा हूँ, राइट? आई वॉज गोइंग ऑन एवरी कॉल विद द क्लाइंट, विद एवरी टीम member also, right? A lot of my work is offloaded to freelancers, and I'll go on every call, right? And then during these therapy sessions and all, a beautiful thing happened. I was kind of having a down week completely, right? Okay, it's like मुझे कोई काम नहीं करना, दुनिया भाड़ में जाए, जल जाए, आज मुझे कुछ नहीं करना, right? I was in that mode. A week I told my team कि okay, I won't be able to come to any call, and I was just watching Netflix whole week, right? You know what? Nothing bad happened. And then I realized I need not be on those calls, because उन calls पे बैठ के मैं खाली सुन रहा हूँ कि टीम और क्लाइंट क्या बात कर रहा है. That I can read in a brief on an email later, because today we have AI tools. I don't even read it now, because I understood if there is a crisis, either the client or the teammate will message me, this is the crisis, please solve it, right?
True.
So from past 7 months, I only go on calls which is a straight revenue generating call for me. Rest, any operational call I left.
How did it work out for you?
Amazing. The calendar is free, I can travel more, right? Okay. I'm able to shoot this podcast because of that.
Oh, we've been planning this for so many years.
2 years at least, I've been thinking that okay, I need to shoot a podcast and do something more and more productive.
True.
Because I think these conversations I have done over the period of 9 years with around 4,000 people.
Yes.
I've never recorded them, but now I want to go on a spree to record every damn conversation, because people should know everybody.
Absolutely.
Right? And I don't say that maybe I become a Ranveer Elabadi or a Joe Rogan tomorrow. I don't know, right? But I think like I go in an event and speak, if one person transforms listening to what we said today, it's a success.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being in Success Brew community. You know, that's the beauty of working with you, sort of. And this is one thing that I've learned from you, कि फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि दुनिया में क्या चेंज आ रहा है, एक चेंज हो रहा है क्या?
It makes a difference, right? So it's a story, right? A kid was throwing starfishes in the sea, and there are like thousands and thousands of starfishes. An old man comes and said, okay, you know what impact you will make? There are thousands and millions of starfishes, right?
Yeah.
He said, no, I won't be able to make difference to the millions, but I can make to this one. And he throws that into the sea. उस एक की जिंदगी में फर्क पड़ेगा. That's just the motto of this podcast also, and everything I do, maybe every day I can impact one life only.
Beautiful.
Right? Okay. So coming to the ending note, right? I think we have concluded a lot many lessons here. People can make notes and write it down. Right now, I'm not able to recall every lesson into a sequence. Okay. We'll write in the description for you for sure when we edit this past and do it.
Let's summarize
So you summarize that for us now, one by one. We have another 2-3 minutes max. Okay. So let's summarize it and then tell the community in a very candid way, as a person who is not a doctor, who doesn't want to earn their money, but want to tell them when to go to a therapist or a doctor. Because today we are practically, like as per WHO and World Economic Forum, we are living in a mental health crisis.
We are. To give the number to crisis, sort of, 1 in 2 people need medical help now. Mental health mein. Only mental health. 1 in 2 people. That means we're 2 sitting here, right? So which
we
means
both
one of
have
us.
been into therapies.
But one of us does really need it, right? So, and this is survey that Harvard Medicine did across 22 countries, and the report was published in July 2023. So it is 1 in 2.
It's crazy.
ठीक है.
And how many doctors are available actually?
So जब ये statistics 1 in 8 था ना, 1 in 8 people need help, तब 7 लाख लोगों के लिए एक डॉक्टर था.
One doctor on 7 lakh people.
When
Whoa.
1 in 8 people needed help, अब 1 in 2 है.
Whoa. I think I will be talking to Dr. Satyan on a next episode, and I'll be asking him that how should we bring more doctors into this industry.
Oh, we need to.
Right,
In fact,
because
we need more scientific practices.
more
Yes.
scientific practices, because you know झोला छाप लोग तो बैठे ही हैं.
Right.
Because अभी तो हम तो फिर भी गुड़गांव में, दिल्ली में, नोएडा में हैं, but when you talk about a deep village of उत्तर प्रदेश, a deep village of कश्मीर, वहाँ कौन बैठा है, उसकी क्या डिग्री है, कौन चेक कर रहा है?
कोई नहीं कर रहा.
किसी को नहीं पता, राइट? करेक्ट. देयर हैव बीन मेनी फ्रॉड्स. उनको हिंदी में झोला छाप डॉक्टर बोलते हैं, जो कि एक रामबाण लगे घूमते हैं कि बस ये गोली खा लो ठीक हो जाएगा. वो हरी वाली गोली खा लो, राइट? ओके. सो टू कंक्लूड दिस, द लेसन्स आर यू नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर स्ट्रेस विद इन 2 weeks.
So let me conclude by saying, Saurav, that according to mental health guidelines, अगर आपको जो पहले अच्छा लगता था अब अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, या कांस्टेंट मूड आपका डाउन है, या भूख नहीं लग रही है, या ज्यादा भूख लग रही है, सर दर्द हो रहा है, ऐसे कोई भी सिम्टम्स अगर 2 हफ्ते से ज्यादा हो रहे हैं, then it is time time to seek a therapist because आप successfully balancing stage से surviving में आ चुके हैं. तो seek a therapist. If you still don't know कि आप किस stage पे है, then I would recommend you can go to Mindsmith website and check BHP, Brain Health Profile. आप ले सकते हैं. It's a very simple test and it will tell you where you stand today. The second thing takeaway that I want for community is that ये burnout से ना कुछ नहीं होगा. तुम्हारी अगर तुम एक दिन ब्रेक ले लोगे, 1 घंटा ब्रेक ले लोगे, ना दुनिया खत्म होगी ना काम खत्म होगा. बट वो 1 घंटे की जो ब्रेक है ना, वो तुम्हारे 1 महीने का जो रिलैप्स या स्पाइरल करोगे उसको बचा लेगा. ठीक है. सो दैट इज द सेकंड थिंग, दैट लेट्स नॉट कॉल इट वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस, लेट्स जस्ट कॉल इट गिविंग योरसेल्फ दैट टाइम. यू आर ह्यूमन, यू आर नॉट अ मशीन, एंड इवन machines need break, right? The third important takeaway, and this is for the women entrepreneurs in the community, इंडिया में as of 2024 का CNBC का रिपोर्ट आया था, 14% वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है. 27,000 स्टार्टअप्स थे 2023 में. 14% वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. और वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स का मतलब ये नहीं है दे आर वुमेन रन एंटरप्राइजेस. वुमेन मस्ट बी शेयर होल्डर्स, लाइक 10%, 8%, whatever. 14%. ठीक है. एंड आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट समटाइम्स यू विल नॉट बी हर्ड, समटाइम्स you will have that lack of support from people, but remember 3 things. If you have purpose, if you have passion, all you need is perseverance and you will get it. You will get there.
Cool. So that's the conclusion, a wonderful conclusion with some statistics on women entrepreneurship. And I think in terms of women entrepreneurship, the gig economy is flourishing, crazy, amazing. So even if you cannot create a tech company and all, start small, start with home. And I think the PayPal ratio says that freelancers also make around 65 lakhs a year, like 19% of the freelancers majorly are women. So don't shy away from starting small and then stretching it big, because once you have the power of money, you can do bigger things. Okay, so again telling you that in this episode also, I hope you took some notes. Now write down 3 things, what you can change, what you can improve, and what you will implement, and write me in the comments how it was for you. All these 3 things I want you to write in the comments. What are you going to implement, what are you going to change, and what are you going to improve in your life after listening to this podcast. If you want to connect with Priya Singh, all the details you will find in the description. Go to mindsmith.com and you will find whatever you need to find about Mindsmith more. Go to her LinkedIn profile if you want to read more content around mental health, women entrepreneurship, corporate culture, leadership, human development, a lot of it, right? I'm gonna be again coming with another episode in next 2 weeks for all of you. Sayonara till then.